Is there something you've always thought that Epic Games could add to Fortnite that would just improve it infinitely? Well, today we're taking a look at what the community has to say. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels, and welcome back to the Reply Room, everybody, where I post in the Discord and I ask you guys a question, turn your answers into a video, because it's not just about my opinion in these videos, it's about everybody's in this wonderful community that we have. Guys, if you would like to help make these videos, join the Discord. It'll be in the pinned comment description down below. With that being said, this is what I had to ask. Is there something that you think Epic could add to Fortnite that would improve the game forever? For example, I believe proximity chat and BR would generate enough funny clips and moments to last a lifetime. No matter what happens to Fortnite in the future, if proximity chat was there, I would have a blast. Is there something that you would like to see added that would forever improve Fortnite? We have a lot of responses today. I'm excited. Let's get into it. I think there should be more different game modes like Rocket Racing and Festival. I personally love the ones where we currently have, but I feel like there's more potential modes. There could be like a Mortal Kombat type of fight with different abilities, or a team-based game to fight off a final boss like the Storm King event. I feel like more modes can lead to more people getting on Fortnite and more creativity. I completely agree with this. I kept meaning to make a video specifically about a Mortal Kombat type game, because think about all of the cool skins and all of the amazing movesets that Epic Games could add to these characters. It could last a lifetime. The amount of updates that they could bring, like one character an update, even something as simple as that. A Mortal Kombat mode in Fortnite would be so cool, but even just different team games like you've mentioned, there's a lot of possibilities that Epic Games could add, and with this metaverse that's ever expanding, I think that they're going to get into it down the road, and I can't wait to see what it turns out to be. Weapon charms. Having that small bit of customization always makes the game feel more lively. I would really like this personally. I'm still a little bit confused as to why Epic didn't add these. Maybe it's to have a chapter 6 new feature, but if you guys don't know, weapon charms have been completely taken out of the files in the leak, so I don't have an explanation for that. But I don't know about forever improving the game for weapon charms for myself, but it would be a very welcome addition. I know my ideas here are more than one thing, but it falls under the same premise of being a looting rework. Okay, we'll read it either way. We just searched the same chest and ammo boxes for the most part. I would like to see more variety to that. Imagine supply drops, which is a giant slurp barrel when open gives you full heal instantly, or reboot van supply drop, or drag bags, which are chests that exclusively give snipers being able to find a shotgun underneath a bed, or having stuff like pizza slices and burger consumables being found on top of a table, and have bunker chests back, those chests you could find in Chapter 2, Season 6. Looting is arguably the most integral part of the game, and adding more positive features can go a long way. I don't know if I've ever read anything where it was like a feature idea for that. I think that'd be really cool. Again, it would add a little bit, it would make the game a little bit more lively. You know, I don't know if you actually mentioned that word lively. I'm sorry if that wasn't another reply, but regardless, I think that'd be a really cool idea. Finding stuff under beds and stuff like that. It would be very, very interesting, and you could put a lot more loot in different houses depending on how you want to look that way. And one of the reasons why I'm really excited for the Fall Guys update is because they're bringing back that mothership mechanic, which improved looting. And I agree with this. I would really like Epic Games to add something like this. Fortnite original in-game comic books like Apex to tell the story each week. A new chapter will be added. It's an easy way to tell the story quickly as well. I would love this. Epic Games and Donald Mustard have made fantastic comic books in the past. I know there's controversy on a couple of them. I've loved every single one, and if you want to bring back Donald Mustard to tell a story, that'd definitely be the way to entice him to come back. I think that would be amazing. I would love to see it. Not that huge of an improvement, but I think it would be neat if cosmetics had a rarity system displayed in the locker and the item shop. These rarities can not only determine the price for cosmetics, but also set the minimal expectations they would need to have. For example, lower rarity skins would be more basic ones, and then as we move up in the rarities, they would come with extras like a back bling and such, more edit styles, maybe be more unique, have special effects, or even built-in emotes in some cases. And with these, we could also sort out the locker based on rarities. This system may not work perfectly, but I still think people would like it and give more character to cosmetics and make things less bland. I actually started reading this and thought it was going to be like, well, okay, it's a joke, but it's not a joke. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to be a completely brand new thing, but it's true, man. We never realized how much that old system mattered to us. I am so the type of guy that is like, hey, change is here, deal with it. It's not that bad, but the locker, man, is just wild. So I agree with this, Mark. I doubt this will change the game forever, but an underwater POI would be awesome to visit and explore. Yeah, it wouldn't change the game forever, but I would love that. And remember back in Chapter 2, Season 3, we were hoping for that. We could still hope for it, man. A few of us hoped for it for the Greek season, but One day, maybe Epic Games will add it. Honestly, this might be completely out of left field, but I'd like to see Epic take a shot at making a GTA open world style game mode. We've already got the assets needed for it, like the customizable cars, gun cameos, and heist mechanics from Chapter 2 Season 2 and Chapter 4 Season 4. I think it could go down very well if done right, especially if you base the map after all the locations we had from the BR map. For example, the main city area could be made from the Mega City assets and other assets from Neo Tilted, Gotham, and regular tilted towers around the map, and you could have other areas based off locations like the Underworld, Agency, Paradise Palms, etc. Also, since it's Fortnite, they could constantly update this map with new locations, weapons, cars, vehicles, and etc. And it can end up being the mode that incorporates everything Fortnite has done in the past, present, and future, and blend it all into one. You could also include missions in this mode, kind of like GTA heists or story missions that give you more context of the storyline taking place, not just on this new weapon work map, but also the BR Island to hell. You could even just make a big storyline characters like Midas, Jules, Tiantina, etc. Contractors that hire you and your friends to pull off said heists. The only thing they'd really have to address, though, is allowing a lot more free content that can be unlockable in-game, rather than 80% of it being in the item shop. The way I'd personally handle it is to do what GTA does, where you can either buy a car for $1 million in-game currency, or spend between $5 and $20 on said car, depending on how expensive and worth the car is. Also, since we know a first-person mode is coming out, it would be a great opportunity to add weapon charms with this. Weapon charms again with this mode, so you can go into the gun store on the map, purchase any gun you want, and customize it fully to your liking. Finally, you could add apartments or houses to the game like GTA that players can customize to their liking by completing quests, leveling up the battle pass, or just simply playing the game. I think this is a fantastic idea. It's one of the reasons why I'm excited for the open world, because something like this definitely has potential, and I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but I don't think it's going to be like GTA, but I would love it if the open world actually ended up being as big as GTA, or if you just plopped in, like you said, all of these different old locations into a map, until like you could even have one giant battle royale island with fan favorites. I think that would be phenomenal, especially with the updates. I am very excited for what Epic Games has to do with the open world, and it seems like they're putting a lot of work into it, and we can just wish for the storyline. But honestly, I think this would improve the game. Just take over the GTA audience. I'm here for it. A more intricate wildlife system. For example, perhaps a trust system, or how they behave in the wild. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand what you mean by a trust system. Sorry about that. I don't mean to cut off half of what you have to say here, but I've always loved the wildlife, and I've always thought it was underutilized. I thought there was a lot of potential with it. It's shocking to me that people found the wildlife annoying. Colombo being permanent serious. The community was so happy with him, and that he added a lot of fun to the game. As dumb as this sounds, the community was brought together. It doesn't sound dumb. I've never understood why Epic Games got rid of Colombo, or never made anything like Colombo again. It was so many things about Chapter 3 Season 1 that Epic just kind of hasn't done again that was fantastic. Everybody, from my understanding, loved Colombo. It was awesome. It was fun. It was utilized. It was a fun tool to utilize within the game, whether it's feeding him, making him angry, making him go on distractions, or using him as a launch pad. I thought it was fantastic. Plus, he was super cute, part of the storyline. There was nothing bad about Colombo. I mentioned this once in a previous reply room, but I would love destruction physics in Fortnite. If you combine this with the return of weather and add more natural disasters, I don't think I'd ever get bored. Every match would be unique depending on which disaster you get, and the map would also be different every time. Explosives would cause craters, stuff would light on fire and scorch the ground, natural disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, sinkholes, tornadoes, etc. would cause the map to get deformed in real time. It's maybe too chaotic for most people, so maybe put it in other game modes or an LTM, but I would love to see something like this. I 100% agree. 100% agree. And I will say it again. You could have this in pubs and just have competitive be the boring game, and I don't mean boring as in a negative way, just the bland game that it is that people love. Have this chaotic stuff in pubs. This would be perfect. Just like I couldn't write that better, Green Starfish. I couldn't write that better. You get a different map every time. The weather, the events, they would change the map in real time, and I agree with this. This is probably, out of everything today, probably the best take in my opinion. Let me create a playlist of my jam tracks, and let me listen to them in the background of a match and in the lobby. I don't know why this isn't a thing. I don't know about like listening to it in the middle of a match. I don't see why not. Like, I don't think I would use it personally, but why not? Why not have it as an option? Them not being lobby tracks is crazy to me, to be honest with you. I want a radio that plays a playlist too, but I think it'd be cool if you could make a playlist. I don't understand why that's not a thing. It's a very small change, but I think making the map vibrant colors instead of dull colors really puts a lot of life into the game. Chapter 5's colors are so dull and grayish, while Chapter 4's were so vibrant and beautiful. And Chapters 2 and 3 had a nice mix of colors, and 3 pulled it off in a way that didn't look like color vomit. Vibrant colors make it more enjoyable and more enticing to play, so I hope next chapter they make it colorful again. Yeah, I've always been of the opinion that I didn't really care about the graphics. I've liked them in Chapter 4 a lot. If I would have to really think about it, but I think Chapter 4s were my favorite. but I've said that Chapter 5's graphics are way too dull. I like the realistic part of Fortnite. I think it's cool. I like the cartoonish feel. I've liked it all. But Chapter 5 just went a little bit too dark for me, a little too realistic. And I don't want to sit here and say, that's not my Fortnite, but it's straying a little bit too far away in my opinion. So I agree with this. Now, guys, speaking of special requests for Epic Games and things that I would really like to see, I have an older video that you may not have seen of one thing that I want Epic Games to add. Check it out on screen right now. It's very important to me. Take care, guys.